Carolina Torres. My partners is Sofia, Alejandra, and Jaime. Okay, so I'm going to talk about for England, exactly history, culture, and beautiful place. This is country is important because your history, culture, and beautiful place. Okay, continue. Okay, generally. Okay, this is have 4 points: history, geography, location, culture, and important cities. Okay, so the first history. The history began with century trips. Exactly, the century trips. Exactly in 443 AD. Okay, the Roman kings and rules. The Roman kings and rules for about 400 years. Okay, so the history is important because the king, the William Conqueror, became king for the influence France brought. Okay, so exactly, actually, the king is Charles III, and the queen is Camilla, your wife. Okay, the second point is geography location. Geography location, the London is located in northwest Europe, exactly southern part of the England. And this is country, they have rivers, other part. Okay, so the culture, I have, it's have, yeah, it is home the language English. Okay, it is important the rights because it's William Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, and the other writings. Okay, so the finally important cities. The important cities have London, Liverpool, Oxford, and Cambridge. London because it's Big Bang. This is half. The Liverpool for the Beatle, and the Oxford, Cambridge for your university. Okay, so
in the gastronomy, we have the typical dishes, and normally the England typical dishes are so basic because the principal traditional is fish and chips. It's like a nugget fish and French fries. It's no more, and it's the most famous dish. And maybe the Sunday roast in the Sundays, the whole family meeting for have roasted meat with potatoes and gravy. And usually they meeting too for the hour tea or tea hour, and between the lunchtime and dinner time to have a hot tea or maybe iced tea and croissants or maybe some breads and the food traditions in the hours and in the breakfast. The breakfast normally is so big and complete because they have eggs and bacon, sausage, tea, and some bread, many types of drinks and breads. And in the afternoon tea, like I mentioned before, it's a super popular custom in this country. And finally, the Sunday roast is a very important tradition for the families the Sunday.
Okay, now tourist place. The first we have Big Ben. Big Ben is a nickname. Real name is Elizabeth Tower. Big Ben is the most popular monument in London. Every house built right. It's very interesting. More people take a photo for telephone boxes, telephone, buses for 2 floor. The second, Buckingham Palace. The Buckingham Palace is a residence for the British monarch. It was built in 1703. The main attraction in Buckingham Palace is when the change of the guard, because it's a very coordination and it's more attractive and show the British culture. Number 3, the Tower Bridge. The Tower Bridge is a two-tower connect in the Thames River. It shows the Victorian engineer of London. It's a very old in this place. More tourists. It's very attractive for culture and traditional. And for finish, London Eye. London Eye is inaugurated in year 2000 for celebration the new millennium. This London Eye have 25 capsules when the duration of the full ride is 13 minutes. This in the full ride, where the tourists can see Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, and Paul Cathedral. It's show the new London or like new culture, advancing the engineer.
Okay, now we are going to talk about the economic information. The principal money of the England is the pound, and the first is the 4 points about the economic information, or in other words, what does England live on. The first is service sector. The service sector is integrated by the principal 2 is the manufacturing and agriculture. That's in the first part is one of the London, the capital of London, is one of the most important centers financial along with New York and Hong Kong. Obviously, is the global home about the financial global markets. For example, in the launch of the interest of the money around the world is so important for this. Obviously, in another part, have tourism, have education and technology that is so many interesting for another people who like to travel to England for many for the tourists and about the investors. And the second is in the industry. The sector industry is to take into account that the sector industry in the past was not so smaller, but nowadays is so important for all the economy of England, because he are specialists about the aerospace technology, cars, and pharmaceuticals. Obviously, in some to take into account is the grade of companies like Rolls-Royce, Jaguar, AstraZeneca. Is so important to try to innovation and quality of the England. The third important is the foreign trade, is a technology, machinery, and obviously in another part, it's a complement of the 4 point, is with the football or the soccer, because it's so interesting to the people have to, and another people who have very much money have to invest of foreign trade about in England, and this is because it's the part of the Premier League. The Premier League is the principal league of the football, because it's the one of the most difficult, and obviously the Premier League not is only competitions, it's about economy point of strong for England, because they generate £1 billion about the stadiums, staffs, the clubs, and all of this. Obviously, this money have between the clubs and between the another organizations that have journalist development about this. Another part is the broadcasting rights, in special to the Premier League sale of TV broadcasting rights in this case in South America, and special of ESPN, and the past was Win Sports. This generates 3 billion pounds every 3 years. It's so money. And obviously, the tourists, the restaurants, the local business, the local shops are generated for this premiere. And in the last, the conclusion is England has a diverse and strong economy, but the point is that was touristic. That is the league that generates much money out of this. It's not only competition; it's only for many people who have jobs. Thank you so much for the presentation, and if you have the opportunity to travel to England, so you know all of these points.
Thank you so much.